Bonjour et bienvenue à Français 3. So, good evening, or good afternoon, actually. Who knows when you're going to watch this, because we are no longer in a real open house. We are in a virtual open house. So you have the pleasure of watching it at your leisure. So just a little bit about me. My name is Miss Fritchman, and I teach all of the French classes here at General McLean. As you can see, this semester I will have French 1, French 3, and a new class with European cultures. So fortunately, you are my first video, so I'm going to start with French 3 because I know and love you all so much. So I cannot wait to see you all. So bienvenue à la classe de français 3, enfin. I know we didn't end the best way as we wanted to in French 2, but I am so excited to see most of you back in French 3. So here's what we are going to do for French 3. Let's go back a little bit. So we're going to talk about a little bit. I have a little about me, but most of you know more about me than you should. No, I'm kidding. As you know, I love to travel. I went to Edinburgh. I've been at General McLean. This will actually be my 23rd year, so I've been here for 22 years. And I love being by the water and waterfalls, and I've done all kinds of hiking, but not major hiking. This summer, little trails and walks and anything and everything outdoors, considering the situation. As for right now, I know our trip is still happening, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we will be able to go to Europe in June. So, as you know, we'll be talking about French 3, and obviously we'll be continuing with French 2 from what we unfortunately we weren't able to do. So you will actually be probably intermediate mid when we start French 3. Some of you will be intermediate high and even advanced high by the time we are done with French 3. So we will talk about that a little bit. The 3 modes of communication, which we've already been doing. Of course, there's interpersonal, interpretive, and presentational, as you can see on the screen there, and just the different ways of communicating. Fortunately, most of you will be in class, where some of you will be cyber schooling, which the beauty of this is that we know each other. You know me, I know you, I know how you work, how well you work, and I think this is going to work really well to our advantage. And hopefully we'll all be able to come together soon, and no cyber, and everyone will be in class, en classe, s'il vous plaît. So as you can see in the slideshow, talking about the standards, the Pennsylvania and the national standards. Obviously, the most important aspects are communication, working with cultures, connections, comparisons, and communities, and you can read this at your leisure. So, like we said before, French 3 is a continuation of French 2. We will continue with verbs. Obviously, we worked with the passé composé, a little bit of Dr. Mrs. Vandertramp in French 2. We're going to continue to work with the passé composé, as well as the imperfect, the conditional, and the future tenses. From there, we're going to talk about our vocabulary will be household items. We'll talk about writing letters and maybe the art of writing a letter and emails. We'll talk about medical situations and how to handle hospitals and emergency situations if you are in a foreign country, especially France or a French-speaking country, and how to use public transportation, which we basically did mostly transportation last year, and we'll just talk a little bit more this year. Some new grammatical structures that we'll be talking about will be reflexive verbs and pronouns, which we talked a little bit at the end of French 2, but we'll be able to delve more into that. Everyone's favorite direct and indirect object pronouns. And then we will delve more into negative phrases, relative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, adverbial phrases, and idiomatic expressions. We will also be talking more about culture, and you will have various projects. We're going to do a lot of project-based like you did at the end of French 2, but we will actually be in class and you'll be able to learn some things. Most of you will be in class instruction. There will also be cyber instruction as well. We will be discussing festivals and holidays. We'll have a regions project, and we'll be doing a lot of culture and trivia. So here's my contact information. As you all know, you can contact me by email at monicafritchman@generalmclean.org. My extension is 1303 if you call the school and then use the school directory. And feel free anytime you know that you can get a hold of me through Schoology, as the Schoology messages come right to my phone. So it's almost like sending a text. If you have any other questions or concerns, please get a hold of me. And I so look forward to seeing you this semester. Bonne chance et prenez soin. Au revoir.